Hey, it's Casey Orr and Sean Whitfield, and we're keeping you up to speed on iTruckTV.com. The third and final race of the first round, the Challenger round in the 2014 Sprint Cup Series Chase for the Championship, ended with a sight that we haven't seen since 2001. And that's Jeff Gordon in victory lane at Dover. The house that Jimmy Johnson built, well, he didn't win on Sunday. It was his teammate Jeff Gordon that got the victory. Once again, his first since 2001. Just so happens the last time he won a championship, 2001. Sean, is that a Jeff Gordon coincidence?
I think it is, and Jeff Gordon got his fourth victory and 19th top 10 finish so far in 2014. This is his fifth victory and 25th top 10 finish in 44 races at Dover International Speedway. As far as the driver that was the class of the field of the day, that was none other than Kevin Harvick. He was on the Coors Light pole and led 223 laps in the AAA 400.
Well, and that's a microcosm for his season so far this year. It seems like Kevin Harvick will be the fastest car out on the track and something happened in the pits, or he'll blow an engine, or in this case a tire got screwed up and goes down. Something's always happening. The good news, he's still in it. He finished well enough, he's going to advance to the next round. The bad news is this keeps happening to the number 4, and you can't win a championship this way, but you can win if you're like Jeff Gordon and continue to battle and go to victory lane.
And that's right, and it was certainly a battle for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series in the AAA 400. And let's get right into the results. As we have just said, Jeff Gordon ended up in victory lane for the day. Brad Keselowski posted his fourth top 10 finish in 10 races at Dover International Speedway. It is his 16th top 10 finish in 2014. Jimmy Johnson, which was one of the favorites to win the race, came in third, posted his 19th top 10 finish in 26 races at Dover International Speedway. In fourth spot, we had Joey Logano. Fifth, Matt Kenseth. Sixth was Kyle Larson. He was also the highest finishing rookie of the day. Seventh, Martin Truex Jr. Eighth, Ryan Newman. Ninth, Clint Boyer. And 10th, Kyle Busch.
Other Chase drivers: 11th, Carl Edwards. 12th, Denny Hamlin. 13th, Kevin Harvick. 17th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 18th, Kurt Busch. 20th, Casey Kane. 21st, Greg Biffle. 23rd, AJ Allmendinger. And in the 28th spot, Aric Almirola. I said Chase drivers because, well, they were at the beginning of this race, but of course, once Dover was over, the field was trimmed from 16 to only the top 12.
Of course, we have to have a Danica moment in the results, and Danica started 13th and ended up in 25th spot. There were 10 lead changes among 7 drivers and 5 caution flags for 23 laps.
So Jeff Gordon gets the win. It is the end of the Challenger round. There were 16 drivers that had championship aspirations to start the race. Now, once Dover was over, like I said, we trimmed the field. Now only the top 12 will move on to the Contender Round, Sean.
That's right, and the Contender Round starts with Kansas, goes on to Charlotte, and then the race that is bringing the stress of all the drivers is Talladega. But first, let's get into the point standings of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series after we ended the race at Dover. And Brad Keselowski is leading the point standings, 4 points ahead of second place Joey Logano. Third is Kevin Harvick. Fourth, Jimmy Johnson. Fifth, Jeff Gordon. Sixth is Kyle Busch. Seventh, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Eighth is Matt Kenseth. Ninth is Ryan Newman. And 10th, Carl Edwards.
11th, Denny Hamlin. And 12th, Casey Kane. The top 12 move on. The points will reset. The guys that came into Dover in the chase and will leave Dover not in the chase: AJ Allmendinger in 13th, Kurt Busch in 14th, Greg Biffle in 15th, and in the 16th spot, Aric Almirola. Sean, are you surprised by any of those names?
Yes, I am. The driver that I didn't think would make it in was Casey Kane, and he really didn't have a secured spot until about the final 25 laps at Dover. And then the driver that didn't make it, that I expected to make it in, was Kurt Busch.
Yeah, he had an up and down year, so it's hard to, it's hard to say you're too surprised, but I agree with you. I think we both just figured Kurt Busch would step up. AJ Allmendinger, Aric Almirola, both guys were probably underdogs coming in. A little shocked by Greg Biffle just because you think a Roush Fenway car could turn his season around. But all 4 of those guys no longer in the championship contention. The top 12 move on.
As we continue this chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup, we enter the Contender Round coming up this weekend for our fourth race in the chase, the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas Speedway. And of course, you can join us each and every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Valvoline Racing Radio on Rock 105 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We hit the air at 6 p.m. Eastern each and every Monday and Thursday.
That does it for this week's Up to Speed on iTruckTV.com.
Right here on the NASCAR Update at iTruck TV, where Shawn and I keep you up to speed.